Welcome to the NASMAR Community Cup Series for the running of the Coke 600 on Memorial Day weekend. We've got 37 of America's best stock car drivers lined up to take on the grueling, the demanding 600-mile race, a test of both man and machine. Who will outlast the competition and take the win today? Let's take a look at some of our drivers to watch today. Christopher Bell will be starting on the pole position, which means he has the #1 pit stall. Look for the 20 crew to win some races off of pit road. He was also the quickest among the Toyotas in practice, and he's still looking for his first win of the season. Kyle Larson looking to complete 1,100 miles today. He just arrived from the Indy 500 where he finished 6th. So congratulations to him. He starts fifth today and looks to complete the next 600 miles. Another driver to keep your eye on is Kyle Busch. He was faster than anybody in a 10-lap average in practice. He's looking for momentum right now. He's currently below the cut line in the NASMAR playoff standings. He starts 9th today. Look for the 8 car to make his way to the front. And last on our list is Ryan Blaney. He was fastest among the Fords in practice. He's also looking for his first win of the season, and he starts 4th today. Watch for the 12 car to be a factor in today's race. The cars are lined up, the drivers are in their seats. It's time for the command. Drivers, start your engines! Alright, the drivers are making their way onto the track, which means it's time to look at today's starting lineup. We got Christopher Bell on the pole, to his outside, Tyler Reddick. Behind them, row 2, William Byron and Ryan Blaney. Row 3 belongs to Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin. Row 4, Bubba Wallace, our Darlington winner, and Chase Elliott, winner at Kansas. Row 5, Kyle Busch and Brad Keselowski. Outside the top 10, row 6, Martin Truex Jr. and Chris Buescher. Row 7, Joey Logano and Ty Gibbs. Behind them, row 8, Alex Bowman and Chase Briscoe. Row number 9, Josh Berry and Ross Chastain. And row 10, Michael McDowell and Daniel Suarez. Row 11, Corey LaJoie and Austin Dillon. Behind them, row 12, Ryan Preece and Eric Jones. Justin Haley and John Hunter Nemechek in row 13. And behind them, Jimmy Johnson and Zane Smith. Harrison Burton and Austin Cindric share row 15. Row 16, Noah Gragson and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Row 17, Todd Gilliland and Shane Van Gisbergen. And row 18, Carson Hocevar and Daniel Hemrick. And starting last in today's field, Kaz Gralla in row 19. As the field heads down pit road to check their pit speeds, we'll take a look at today's race analysis. 4 stages in today's race, not your typical amount of stages. We have that extra stage in today's long race. Each stage will be 10 laps for a total of 40 laps in today's race. The fuel window, roughly 12 laps we're hearing from the teams, which means we can expect a pit stop at the end of each stage. And when they do make that pit stop, will they take 2 or will they take 4 tires? I expect 4 in today's race. We could see some strategy if there's some timely cautions. Maybe we see some 2-tire pit stops, but 4 is to be expected. Each team has enough sets of tires for today's race. And of course, today, high attrition. Keep your cool. It's a long race, so the driver that stays focused is the driver we will see leading this field when it matters at the end. But a great crowd on hand today. It's time to get the green flag out. Christopher Bell takes him to the line. We're racing here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and already 3 wide. And it turns 1 and 2, William Byron making moves off the start of this race. Now Denny Hamlin's in the middle, 3 wide. He's going to scoot by and get out of that mess as Christopher Bell leads lap 1 of 40 in today's race. Look at Tyler Reddick stuck on the outside lane. Remember, he started 2nd place, and he's already fallen back several positions. Sounds like that car is battling a tight condition right now as he loses even more positions down the front stretch. It's a long race. We've said it multiple times. He's just going to have to ride this out, find a groove where that car will work, and make an adjustment at the first opportunity as we see Kyle Larson battling Brad Keselowski off of turn 2 and down the backstretch. Kyle Larson looking for a good day today, just as he had at Indianapolis, as Ryan Blaney heats up the lead on Christopher Bell into turn 1. Bell looking strong early as Blaney tries that middle lane there, but Bell still prevailing down the backstretch as the first several cars are single file there. Blaney looking in that middle, but Bell's going to come up and block that lane. Christopher Bell continues to lead. Blaney trying to find a way around him. Where does Blaney go here? He's still trying that middle lane, trying to get to the outside of Christopher Bell, and he is there. Can Bell hang on? Side by side down the back stretch, and Christopher Bell with the advantage. He's still clear of that 12 into 3 and 4. 3 wide there for 3rd place. Denny Hamlin in the middle of the Hendrick cars. Hamlin trying to take 3rd. Larson up at the top where he likes to run on these 1.5 miles. Oh, we got a problem. And turn 3, that's Todd Gilliland and Noah Gragson. First caution of the race. It's on lap 6. And look at Noah Gragson loses it. Getting into turn 3. Very loose that 10 car was. And he takes out Todd Gilliland in the process. Gilliland was on his outside making that pass. They were running 35th and 36th when this happened. But a tough start to a long day. And here we see Tyler Reddick making the adjustments that he needs to loosen up that car. He also got 2 new right side tires on his pit stop. But Christopher Bell chooses the outside lane for this restart. And they're 3 wide. Kyle Larson finds a way to Bell's outside and takes the lead from Bell. Not so fast. Bell trying to side draft. Larson side drafts him back into turn 3. The 5 car trying to be the first car not named Christopher Bell to lead a lap, and he will. The 5 car, Kyle Larson, out front for the first time today as the field races through turns 1 and 2. Whoa, look out! Contact the 22 and the 23. Logano and Wallace. Ty Gibbs scrapes the wall. That car looks to be okay as he gets shoved by his teammate. But Ty Gibbs scrapes the wall as Larson leads with 2 to go in stage number 1. Christopher Bell trying to get that lead back, and here's Kyle Busch. We talked about him at the start of the show. He's found his way up to 3rd from starting 9th. And will he take the run on Christopher Bell heading into turn 3? Yes, he will. He dives to that inside lane. We see Bell prefers the top lane. And Bell with the run, trying to stay ahead as the white flag is out for stage 1. Larson up front. No contest there. The contest is for 2nd between Busch and Bell as we see Busch trying to slide job Christopher Bell. He's going to cross him back over. Now Bell's on the inside of the 8 car down the backstretch and into 3 and 4 for the final time in stage 1. But off the corners, it's going to be Kyle Larson who will take the stage 1 win. Bell will fend off Kyle Busch for 2nd. Chastain, Hamlin, Buescher, Blaney, Keselowski, Byron, and Bowman takes that last stage point. There's your results for stage number 1. And here was that contact. Logano comes up the track into Wallace. Wallace up into Gibbs. They were 3 wide, and then they were 4 wide off that corner. So we'll probably see Ty Gibbs spend extra time on pit road to fix that damage. But here we are, our first pit stops of the day, and it's Kyle Larson who leads them down pit road for his pit stop. He's going to go for 4 tires and a full tank of gas, much like all these teams will. And here's the race off of pit road. Christopher Bell with that number 1 pit stall. He's going to gain a spot. And Tyler Reddick, He went with 2 left side tires on this pit stop. He gains 15 spots, so he's right back into the top 10 with that. And there you see Ty Gibbs spending extra time here on pit road to fix the damages, which means he will restart towards the back for the start of stage number 2. And here it is. Christopher Bell chose the outside lane for the restart. And in a turn 1, it's 3 wide with Denny Hamlin on the bottom. Ross Chastain up the middle, pushing Kyle Larson out clear to the lead. Kyle Larson to the top. Chastain trying to take that lead from Larson, but we got cars around on the backstretch. Zane Smith, Ty Gibbs, and Kaz Gralla into the inside wall. Let's look at what happened. There's Zane Smith in front of Stenhouse, and Jimmy Johnson comes up, tags the 71, gets him turned. I have to see another replay. Not sure how Ty Gibbs got turned, but we saw he spent that extra time on pit road to fix his damage. Now he's going to be out of the race on lap 12. So Jimmy Johnson comes up the track into Zane Smith, and it looks like Stenhouse gets turned as well. He got turned in front of Ty Gibbs, and that's how the 54 ended up involved. But tough break for these guys as we're ready for the restart. Kyle Larson selects that outside lane, and here's Chastain, aggressive again on the restart to the outside of the 5. Ross Chastain in the 1 car, making it 3 wide for the lead. Down the backstretch, Chastain, Larson, and Bell as Chastain pulls away and gets clear through turn 3. Look at Bell sliding back off the bumper of Kyle Busch. Ross Chastain's going to lead his first lap of the day. He leads lap 13 as they're 3 wide behind him. Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, and Kyle Busch battling for that 2nd place position. Down the backstretch, Larson slips back to 4th. Busch still battling it out with Denny Hamlin. Busch all the way to the inside line. We see he prefers to run the inside line. Denny Hamlin and a lot of these guys prefer that top lane. We know Larson likes it. That's where Chastain's running as well. But Busch still fighting the 11 on that inside lane. Ross Chastain leads it, still side by side for 2nd. Bell trying to regroup there in 5th. Down the backstretch, it's Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin still side by side. Which one of these guys will break free from the other? Man, they have been side by side for like 3 laps here. Busch still trying to take it. It looks like he's clear finally of that 11 car. Now we see Christopher Bell trying to rally back from that poor restart. He's on the inside of Kyle Larson. Is the battle for 4th place as Busch closes in on Chastain. Bell clear of Kyle Larson using that bottom lane. Here's Kyle Busch going for the lead on Ross Chastain. The 8 car to the front, slides up in front of him. Now Chastain to the inside with the crossover. But Kyle Busch has got to chop him off. And in turn 3, Kyle Busch uses that dirty air on Chastain's nose to take the lead with 3 to go in stage number 2. Martin Truex Jr. cracking the top 10 for the first time today. The 19 car, he's posting some fast laps right now. Could we see the 19 be a factor later in this race as Kyle Larson gets past Denny Hamlin? He's got a fast car as well. As Christopher Bell and Ross Chastain are side by side. Off of turn 4, Kyle Larson with a big run, and he's going to take it 3 wide for 2nd place. Kyle Larson with a big move, slides up in front. The 2 for 1, Kyle Larson up to 2nd. Can he get to Kyle Busch? Coming to 1 to go in stage 2. Kyle Larson using that outside lane. Busch on the inside, white flag. Stage number 2 coming to an end. Larson trying to close that gap. He's got the run on the outside. Can he close up to Busch? Oh, he's sideways. What a save, though, by Kyle Larson. I thought he was going to hit the inside wall, but he keeps it going. Bell's going to get around him, but it's Kyle Busch who's going to take the stage 2 win. Bell ends up 2nd. Larson saves it to finish 3rd. Blaney Chastain 4th and 5th. Bowman, Hamlin, Truex Jr., Elliott, and Reddick finish off that top 10. Tyler Reddick on 2 tires was able to finish top 10 in the stage. And here's how Busch took that lead from Ross Chastain, chopped him off, gave him that dirty air, that arrow blocking we hear of, and Chastain slid up the track, got tight, But here we go. Pit road again. Kyle Busch leading him down pit road. He's going to take 4 tires. So is the 20 of Christopher Bell and the 1 of Chastain. Who's going to win this race off of pit road? The 20 crew looking fast, and they're going to take it barely over Kyle Busch. So Christopher Bell's crew gets him out front again. After pit stops, Chastain moves up a spot. So does Tyler Reddick. Ryan Blaney falls back to 5th. And Chase Elliott falls back to 10th. And here was that awesome save by Kyle Larson off of turn 2. Just gets loose. Looks like that thing's heading straight for the inside wall. But Larson's able to save it. So he keeps his car clean. And we're ready for the restart. Christopher Bell wins it off of pit road and chooses that outside lane again. The field heading into turn 1. Chase Elliott's around. Back up into traffic. Joey Logano's in it. Up on top of Brad Keselowski. Caution's out right after the restart. Chase Elliott got turned and came back up into traffic. Let's take a look at what happened. He was not clear. It looked like he was trying to block. The 17 came down on Chris Buescher. Buescher actually gets turned here as well. See William Byron in it. Joey Logano gets turned into this as well. Look at Daniel Suarez. Did he avoid any contact there? Let's really slow it down and take a look. So Elliott, he's not clear. It looks like he comes down. I don't think Buescher came up into him. But Elliott comes back up into traffic here. I think Bubba Wallace scrapes the wall a little bit. So he might have some damage. And Daniel Suarez, I think, comes to a complete stop over here. So does Josh Berry. They avoid any sort of damage. Yeah, Suarez, complete stop as Joey Logano's up on top of the 6. Not quite sure how Logano got involved. I think he got punted. Not sure who was behind him. Oh, and we see Chris Buescher have that toe link broken. He'll just have to get that replaced. Bubba Wallace on pit road getting repairs as well. See him head back out on the track. We'll take one more look at this wreck at full speed here. So Chase Elliott, I think, was just trying to block the 17. Was not clear. Comes back up. And it looks like it was Eric Jones who shoved the 22 into this mess. Well, the wreck's all cleaned up. We're ready for the restart. Christopher Bell still choosing that outside lane. And Chastain, no fear, he's going 3 wide again. That one car's been so aggressive on these restarts. And he's trying to take that lead. Kyle Busch stuck in the middle. Who's going to prevail down the backstretch? Looks like that outside lane's got the momentum as Kyle Busch sends it down on the inside. But it's Christopher Bell. Not quite clear. They're going to be side by side down the front stretch. Bell's going to lead this lap over Busch. But they're still side by side. Kyle Busch all the way down to that blue and white line, trying to get ahead of the 20 car and take this lead. Almost clear. You see, he had to back out of that. Almost wrecked down the backstretch. But can he take this lead? They've been side by side since the restart, and now finally Kyle Busch will take the lead for his own. Bell trying. He was looking to that outside lane, but Kyle Busch will block him. And we see Chris Buescher heading down pit road. He's reporting steering problems, so he's going to take it straight to the garage. We'll see if he ever comes back out. But I think the 17 is done as Kyle Larson heating up second place over Christopher Bell as Kyle Busch continues to lead. Larson, one of our fastest cars on the track. Our other car, Bubba Wallace, he's rallying back as Berry gets turned off of Bubba Wallace's nose. And a big hit to the outside wall. Josh Berry up on his side. Daniel Hemrick in it as well. Caution's out here at lap 26. Carson Hocevar is in it. He's going to drive away. Oh, man. We were just talking about Bubba Wallace rallying back, or I was going to try to talk about it, and then looks like Berry. Did he get contact from Bubba Wallace to get turned there? And man, what a hit to the outside wall. He gets up on top of Daniel Hemrick. It's the second time we've had a car on top of another car in this race. A lot of cars leaving the ground. Let's see Josh Berry. Does he get loose off the bumper? It's really hard to tell. He's definitely loose. There may be some contact there into Hocevar and then back up into Wallace. I think Wallace is going to have more damage here. He's going to have to come back down pit road. And a heavy hit Daniel Hemrick and Josh Berry up on the safe barrier, and then comes to rest in an awkward position on his side. Now, what a weird wreck. We'll take one more look at it full speed here. But Josh Berry, Daniel Hemrick, their days are done. Hocevar will actually continue. He had just the contact with Berry here. Berry gets turned, back up into Hemrick, and a hard hit for the 31 and the 4 car. See, there's Hocevar and Bubba Wallace. They both got their repairs, so it's time for another restart. Kyle Busch choosing the outside lane. Kyle Larson with a good push from Bowman. Larson clear already into turn 1. Kyle Larson back out front. Here in stage 3 as the field flies by. Through turns 1 and 2. There's Bubba Wallace and Hocevar in the back, trying to rally after a couple of bad breaks. But here's Christopher Bell taking a spot from Kyle Busch. Now Busch, a little bit of contact. That was where Berry had his problem. Busch is able to keep it straight, and he's going to be clear of this 3 wide. Reddick in the middle, with Ryan Blaney on the bottom, and Martin Truex Jr. up at the top of that 3 wide mess. Battle for the lead heating up here as Alex Bowman jumps to the inside of Kyle Larson. There's Alex Bowman trying to side draft the 5 with 2 to go in stage 3. Can Alex Bowman steal a stage win here? He's side by side running the middle lane as Larson gets pinned up at the top. Alex Bowman down the backstretch with the nose in front of the 5 car. Can Larson hold on? Here comes Christopher Bell now too. He's jumping into this battle for the lead as Alex Bowman is clear of Kyle Larson to the white flag. In stage 3, can he hang on and keep that 5 car behind him? Bell trying to get in it as well. Here's Kyle Busch up the middle. Where did he come from? Kyle Busch making it 3 wide for second. This is what Bowman needs to see to pull away. Kyle Busch trying to take second away from Bell and Kyle Larson. Off of turn 4, it's Alex Bowman who will win stage 3, and Kyle Busch is able to steal second place from Bell and Larson. Martin Truex Jr. finds his way into the top 5. Tyler Reddick, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, Ross Chastain, and Corey LaJoie takes that final stage point. Here's that restart again. This is how Larson and Bowman really got into the fight here. Busch falls back as Bowman gives a good push to Kyle Larson. Larson gets clear, and then Bowman gets clear of this mess as well. But Busch was able to rally back and end up finishing second in that stage. But here we go. This should be the final scheduled pit stops of the day. Alex Bowman, 4 tires on the 48 machine, and he's off and away. Christopher Bell's team get the hat trick. Yes, they do. Bell and his team go 3 for 3 on pit road. As we see Alex Bowman, after winning the stage, he loses a couple of spots. But while we rack them up for the restart, let's take a look at a recap of today's race. Noah Gragson, Todd Gilliland incident on lap number 6, our first caution of the day. Kyle Larson is our stage 1 winner. And then on lap 12, we saw Jimmy Johnson turn Zane Smith. Ty Gibbs involved as well as some other drivers. Kyle Busch wins stage number 2. Good momentum for him. And on the restart, Chase Elliott gets turned and a big wreck in a turn 1. Lap 26, Josh Berry gets up on top of Daniel Hemrick. And then Alex Bowman wins stage 3. Pretty wild and eventful race so far today. There's only one stage to go, and it's Christopher Bell leading him back to green, again choosing the outside lane. Kyle Busch, where he likes to be on that inside lane, as they're 3 wide. Back there for 4th. Kyle Larson in the middle as Bell is clear for the lead. Down the backstretch, Martin Truex Jr. trying to jump into this battle as well. Kyle Larson, can he make anything work in the middle? He usually likes that outside lane, but Reddick on his outside right now. Larson clear of Truex on his inside. Now can he get in front of Tyler Reddick? And a turn 1, Reddick trying to keep the nose in there, but Larson's got the momentum, and he's clear of Tyler Reddick. Kyle Larson trying to rally back towards this front. as the cars fly by down the backstretch and into turn 3. Here's Kyle Busch and Alex Bowman. Bowman here in second. Kyle Busch trying to find a way around. Can Bowman catch the 20? 20 rolling that top lane. Bowman seems to prefer a middle groove here. Here comes Larson to the outside of Kyle Busch. Larson trying to get back to this front. He battles Busch for third. And Bowman now side by side with Christopher Bell for the lead. Bell's going to hang on for now, but can Bowman take it from him? And a turn 1. Bell trying to pinch him down on the bottom. That leaves room for Larson up at the top. Kyle Larson with a huge run. Another 2 for 1. Kyle Larson with the big momentum into turn 3. The 5 car putting on a show as he takes the lead from Christopher Bell and Alex Bowman. Whoa! Daniel Suarez sideways. Can he save it? Back up into Hamlin. Oh, and a huge hit for Daniel Suarez and Denny Hamlin. Cautions out, lap 36. And man, what a gigantic impact for Daniel Suarez. Looked like he got up into the catch fence. Here's the replay. He gets turned off the bumper of Martin Truex Jr. Tries to save it. Back up into Denny Hamlin. Hamlin stuck in the smoke. He can't see, and a huge impact into the back of Daniel Suarez. Up on his side as he rolls back onto all 4 here. Man, we've had just some humongous impacts in this race today. And this one takes the cake. Here it is again. Slow real down here. Just a little bit of contact. Like he's trying to get clear of Truex. Truex holds his ground. Suarez gets turned. And now he's trying to save it. Almost does. Overcorrects it here, I think. And then just slides up into Denny Hamlin. Hamlin can't see anything in this smoke and just runs right into the back of Daniel Suarez. What a major impact for the 99 and for the 11. See major damage to the front of Denny Hamlin's car. Up in smoke. Man, it's been a tough day for these drivers. We're almost to the end as Suarez takes a big impact from Denny Hamlin. One more time, full speed. Here it is. Just massive, massive impact. That catch fence keeping the car down on the track and not up into the grandstands. But the wreck's all cleaned up, and it's Kyle Larson who leads him on the restart with 4 to go. Ross Chastain not afraid to make it 3 wide. On these restarts, we see him do it again. Here he is, a little bit of contact with Kyle Busch. Busch falling back in the middle 3 wide after contact with the 1 car. Chastain gets to battle for third as Busch slips back towards the end of the top 10 here. But it's 3 laps to go, and it's Kyle Larson doing the double from Indianapolis. Can he seal the deal here in Charlotte, or will Bowman give him a run for his money? Here comes his Hendrick teammate, Alex Bowman, to the inside. And he's got a run into 3 and 4. Chastain making it a 3-horse race. Coming to 2 laps to go. And they're side by side. Larson and Bowman, 2 to go. And they're side by side for the lead. Into 1 and 2. Who's going to prevail? It looks like Bowman's clear of the 5 car. Alex Bowman to the front. Now Chastain battles Kyle Larson for second. Alex Bowman leading, coming to the white flag. 1 more lap to go as Chastain pesters Kyle Larson. This is what Bowman needs. He needs to have a battle it behind him as he pulls away. And a 1 and 2. Alex Bowman looking for his 2nd win of the season. Coming down the backstretch and into 3 and 4. For the final time, the 48 machine started 15th today, and he looks to get it done. Alex Bowman is going to win the Coke 600 as Ross Chastain spins behind him. What a finish as Alex Bowman takes the win, and Larson and Chastain battle it out side by side. Here's the replay. Bowman gets it done as Chastain, with contact with Larson, sends Chastain spinning towards the pit road wall as the 48 locks it down and takes the win. There's Chastain spinning across the line. He will end up 3rd, I believe. But it's all over. Alex Bowman burns it down here at Charlotte for the fans, Alex Bowman is your winner. So congratulations, Alex Bowman. He wins it at Charlotte. Kyle Larson second. Ross Chastain spins across in third. Christopher Bell was great all day. He's fourth. Tyler Reddick fifth. Guy Olbush ends up sixth. Eric Jones gets seventh. Martin Truex Jr. eighth. John Hunter Nemechek ninth. And Ryan Blaney ends up 10th. Bubba Wallace 11th. Briscoe 12th. Hocevar 13th. Ryan Preece, Corey LaJoie, Michael McDowell, Austin Cindric, Harrison Burton, Jimmie Johnson, and Shane Van Gisbergen finish off the top 20. And all these names in red, these are your unlucky drivers who did not finish the race. A lot of them big hits. Suarez, Hamlin, Barry, Hemrick. Even Logano got off the ground here. Logano ends up 31st, I believe. Okay, there he is. Zane Smith wrecked pretty early. So did Ty Gibbs. And Noah Gragson and Todd Gilliland end up 36th and 37th. They only completed 5 laps of this race. Alright, here's a look at the points standings. Ross Chastain takes over the points standings for the playoffs. See Alex Bowman, he gets his second win of the season. All the way down in 12th, we see Tyler Reddick with a very comfortable 200-point gap to the cut line. And here is the cut line. And look at Kyle Busch. What a great day he had today. He was minus 25 points before this race. He will leave plus 22, up 4 positions for the 8 car. So very impressive day for Kyle Busch. And here's everyone from 25th on back. Not much movement. See Corey LaJoie. He's up a couple of spots. He had a good day today. But these guys are going to need wins to make the playoffs. But that's it from Charlotte. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.